Hi guys, me again. Ashley. I hate being called Ash. It irritates me. One person called me Ash. It's okay every once in a while, but it's definitely not an everyday name. I was teased in school about it. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Ash. Anyway, it's probably loud, unfortunately, because I'm by the freeway. And yes, I am in my car again. Headed home after a foiled attempt to go pick up something in Seattle. Oh, good. Anyway, I am almost home, and I just needed to stop because it's been on my mind all day. I shared it with one person today, and I haven't shared it with anybody else. So I figured, why not share it with the whole world? Well, probably, I don't even think that many people will see it, but those that should see it will. Yeah, last couple days I have really missed my husband. Not the crappy parts, but he was my friend before he was my husband, my lover, and all that other stuff. Yeah, he was that first, you know. So I kind of struggle a little bit because I have to separate them, and I also have to realize, because there's a personality issue, that some of what I thought was real probably wasn't. But that's all I've had for 25 years. And that part that made me believe he was my friend was the same person that went with me when I went places. And, you know, I am a sociable person, but I am very much a person, thank you, truck, very much a person who needs to recharge. So I have to have that time where I kind of am by myself and process and process. I have to do that. It's something I need to do, is take time to process. I don't think that will ever change. I hope someday I get to know what a real relationship is like. I believe that someday I will. But I most likely will still be a person who needs to have time by herself. It's nothing personal. It never meant that I loved my husband any less. Actually, whenever he let me be, which was never, because he always thought I was cheating or working on cheating or thinking about cheating or trying to manifest cheating. I don't know. If he had let me process, I probably would have been able to hang in there longer. And actually, I was hanging in there. He's the one who quit, not me. But that being said, it would have been different if his insecurities allowed me the opportunity to recharge, to think, to process, to, you know, because sometimes I know for myself there are times when I say stuff I don't have no business saying, but it's because they've got so much gunk in my head. It's too much to try and process. You know, like, don't say that. Like, you shouldn't be saying that. Oh, see my fat. You know, all that. But all that being said, I wanted to be honest. I was not going to do this video, but then I was like, Ashley, you either being honest or you're not. So I'm being honest. Yes, I miss my husband. You know, the one person I shared it with asked me, so you talked to him about everything? I was like, no, unfortunately I couldn't, because he broke that trust. And attempted to use it against me. Not attempted, he did. And I trust him with everything, because unfortunately that's part of my personality, the type of person I am, is that I never wanted anybody to walk up to my husband and tell him anything about me I had not already told him myself. I don't like secrets. I don't like stuff in the dark. I don't like that. I prefer to tell you, even if I don't want to, but I would prefer to tell you, before anybody else knows. But unfortunately, he took everything I told him and threw it in my face. And not only threw it in my face, used it in court in the attempt to remove my kids from my care, which was an attempt. He actually did it with the help of his mother and his brother. Go there. Yay me. But, it is what it is. And unfortunately, I was a very trusting person, and I believe that his mother was not who she turned out to be. I didn't have a good relationship with my mom, and the relationship I did have with my mom when we got on better terms was my mom still living her life. My mom's not at home crocheting blankets. Let's get that straight. No. My mom is very much doing her thing, living her life, about her business. Whatever she got going on, my mother got going on. She's busy. She's busy. She's not sitting at home. She don't have time. She has not slowed down, ever. I've never known my mom to slow down. Unless she broke something or had surgery on something. Otherwise, she is on the move. So I relied on his mother to help me circumvent issues in the relationship, because she was married to his father, and from stuff she shared with me, Lion shared with me, his grandmother shared with me, that she totally would understand where I was coming from. My mom is still somewhat, I don't know if it's denial or she just wiped anything negative out of her brain. Like somebody did a Vulcan mind swap and my mom is gone. She either chooses not to remember it or she don't want to. I don't know. Not my monkey, not my zoo. So I realized, having a conversation with my mom about certain things in my relationship were not going to help me in the way I guess I needed, or I thought I needed. So I relied somewhat heavily on his mother to help me maneuver the relationship, thinking that she's the wiser one, and somehow she stayed married to his Lion's father till he died. But that wound up being a two-headed snake. She told me one thing and then was telling him other stuff I don't even know to this day. And to my knowledge, plotted with her son. I could be wrong, but there is nothing to say that that didn't happen, because I was pretty much talking to her not too long before they took my children away. Yeah. It still takes my breath away. I go back there and I can feel it. The anger is not like it used to be. It actually has gotten a lot better in the last 6 months, because I think I've said everything to Lion that I needed to say just to get it out. So I think as time has gone on, it's definitely diminished quite a bit. It's no way near what it was before. Before, it was so raw. I could have done some damage to him. because the betrayal was so bad. I even attempted to get him back and just trying to, like, I want you to feel what I felt, but nothing I did because of his personality disorder would have allowed him to feel it. I didn't realize that I was doing all this and he was never gonna feel it. His personality does not allow that kind of stuff. So I was wasting my time, and I realized I was wasting my time. And I'm not one to hurt other people, so I, eventually realized this was not, doing this was taking me out of who I am as a person. And never let anybody take you out of who you are as a person. I know me pretty much who I am as a person, and I'm not one to backstab or hurt somebody, not intentionally. I would never do anything to hurt somebody on purpose. Can't say I never have. I'm a human being. I'm sure I have. I don't doubt that. But I never wanted have never wanted anybody to feel that level of pain. It's like a physical pain, like someone reached in and took all my guts out. Like that day, that's what it felt like. And then I couldn't breathe. I couldn't function. I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. I was frozen in time. I was paralyzed with disbelief. Like, no, this isn't my life. I think I said that. I spent 3 days under the covers at the DV shelter, and I think I said that all 3 days while I cried. I didn't come out that room for 3 days, but when I came out of that room, God. Ain't nobody but God. I had nowhere to go. I slept on garbage bags. I slept on a friend's floor. Not even a friend, a person I just recently met. A friend of a friend's floor. On top of my own clothing bags. I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. He had taken everything that meant anything to me, which I realized were my kids. Taken it all. And he did it in my face. Like, it just, I don't even have the time to break it down how this was done strategically in a way that I literally was more than blindsided. Like, I thought we were on a good track, like we were doing a separation together, and we were going to work on our marriage together, and we were going to be good eventually together. And the next day, bam, it's like worse than being rear-ended. It's like 2 trucks came and just sandwiched me. Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. And that, Ashley, I cry for her sometimes. I do. Because that pain is very, very real. She did not think she was going to wake up or make it for a minute there. But something about me, so I'm not a quitter. I may feel like it, I may even act like it for a minute, but I eventually be like, I don't have time for this, Ash. Come on, girl, get it together. Let's go. Get it together. They said you wouldn't, and look, you look how far you've come. Way farther than they said you ever would. You weren't even supposed to get this far, girl. So why stop now? Everybody has their haters. I had mine from get-go, way before my husband came around. I wasn't supposed to be anything more than a welfare mom for the rest of my life. Nothing. That's literally what they said about me. I would be nothing. So you can do it. Believe in yourself, you can do it. And just when you think that you cannot, and just when you think it's done, like you're done, don't look down, look up, because the come up is coming. when just at that moment when it feels like there's no more room for the pressure but to crush you, here comes the blessing. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. You know? That's what I was telling myself yesterday and today when I was thinking about my husband and how I do miss the friend part of him. When it was good, you know? But I know it was only good for me. It was fake for him. I can't do anything about that. I can only do about my part. And for me, damn, I wish it would have been different. I wish he would have gotten help. I wish he would have known or could have even appreciated how much I adored and loved him before I started to find out who he was. But I did. This man got his feet done, and I can't even tell you. Oh my gosh, stuff I did. Because that was my husband, that was my dog, you know. But unfortunately, the more I did, the more I started to see there was a plot to keep these things to use against me later, you know, videos and pictures and stuff. Yeah, that's what made me slow down on being that girl. But I was down for it. But there's nothing I can do about that. What I am trying to do is make sure that I'm being honest about my feelings, and my feelings are right now I miss my husband. Last night I got to sleep with my granddaughter, which was awesome. But I missed him because the last time she was over, both of us slept in the bed with our granddaughter. And it was, you know, it was the first time I saw him behaving like the father I wish he'd have been to our kids. Oh my God, he was so amazing with our granddaughter. Amazing. And she just adored him. So last night I missed him. And I was hoping she didn't ask for him, and I was glad she didn't. She didn't ask for him. She didn't ask to talk to him. She didn't ask to see him. She didn't ask me where he was. She didn't ask. And I was like, oh, thank you. So it made today a little easier. But yeah, I'm missing him. One of my favorite pastimes is driving my car with the top down and the sun shining, and get that vitamin D and sing, and just kind of, it's my process, you know. Praise and worship, and sing songs that I love. Makes me feel good. The seatbelt on, I'm sitting here talking about this stupid seatbelt on. Anyway, so I guess that was the point of this video, was to just be honest. You're going through this, or you're about to go through this, or whatever, be honest about your feelings. There is nothing wrong with it. Now, my family will see this and be like, oh God, she still ain't over him. That ain't it. I was in a relationship longer than 99.9% of my family members, so I'm real honest about mine. I honestly know that recently there was a moment where I was like, throw in the hat. We're gonna make this work. We got this. And I was excited. I was excited. But the trip was the next day. He came back at me about he has a different religious belief. He came at me about me not being something in his belief, some worthy woman. And he started watching that other dude says a high value woman. Yeah, that was the other one. I wanted to say, and do you know what the qualifications are of a high value man? Ooh, let's go down the checklist. You might have one. But that wasn't who I was looking for. I wasn't looking for a high value man. I was looking for somebody who would roll through life with me and we would become high value together. What was my plan? My plan was to increase that portfolio together. And I think the sad part is because this is when that was supposed to happen for us. Our kids are grown. So they're all adults now. And that's when that was supposed to happen. Was once they became adults. We were supposed to, like, life was about to take off for us. Because we have no children responsibilities. And financially was time for the increase so that we could help our kids. That's where I thought we were. I think I was there by myself. Matter of fact, I now know I was there by myself. But, you know, it's all good. I guess it has to be, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna go. I've overshot my time. But I thought I was gonna ball, but I didn't. I think I did pretty good. I didn't ball. Kept my lashes on. My intentions was, I was like, this is going to be ugly. That's why I didn't want to do it in front of my house. So I really don't like the kids to see me cry too much. I don't want them. I think sometimes they worry about me. And I don't want them to worry about me. Sometimes I worry about myself, but you know what? I have come this far by faith. Ooh, when I finish the book, and I'm sure we've all come through amazing things that we should not be breathing or walking. But I remind myself, I have to remind myself from where God has brought me. And when I do, I'm okay. Because I'm excited. You know, our world is changing. Things are changing. Marriage is not respected like it used to be. So many things I could say that would take this to a whole nother, but I'm not gonna do that here. But it's not like it used to be. Blame a lot of things if you want to, but the sanctity of it is gone out of it, unfortunately. But I do think that it's worth it. It's worth it. And I know as time goes on and I pick myself up more and more, you know, because it feels like pieces have fallen. I gotta pick them up. I'm like, yeah, you deserve to know what a real loving relationship is like. Not a controlling, not a manipulating, not always thinking he's asking me this, well, what is he really asking me? Not having to do that. No, a real loving relationship is like a real partner, somebody that we're on the same freeway. Like I tell my kids, pick somebody on your same freeway. If they on the 405 and you on the 10, if they ain't on the 10, nope, you on the 10. So anyway, again, I'm not here too long. All right, I love you. Thank you for riding through the storm with me. I hope to see you soon. If you need someone to talk to, you're welcome to leave me a message below. And hopefully we'll talk soon. Know that you'll be okay. It'll be all right. God bless. Have a good day.